Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, your host. So today when it comes to tvOS 18, I'll be happy to let you know that we now have a new update, and by going into the system right here and then software update, you can see the version I'm on, tvOS 18.2, and the build number is right there. And right now you can see an update is available, tvOS 18.2 with the build number 22K5138E, and I'm updating obviously from beta 1, and this is the second beta. So let me quickly download and install the update. And at the same time, this is not all that Apple released. You can see today Apple just released visionOS 2.2 beta 2 on November 12. It just came out a few minutes ago. And Apple recently released watchOS 11.2 beta 2, tvOS 18.2 beta 2. Of course, this is the video for that. macOS 15.2 beta 3, iOS and iPadOS 18.2 beta 3. Most of these videos I do cover here on the channel at Halfmanhalftech. So if you want to stay up to date, then definitely do subscribe so that you stay up to date. My device is already finished downloading. I wish there would be a way for me to, or for Apple to show us the update file size, but you can see it's done downloading and now it's preparing, and then it's going to begin the installation. So let me do that quickly, and then we're going to see the changes that it has to offer. My device is now up to date, and now if we go into our settings right here and go to where it says system and software update, you can see update or check for an update. Your TV is up to date with the latest tvOS 18.2 with the build number 22K5138E, and that's the new build number that this update has to offer. And in terms of the new features and changes that basically tvOS 18.2, this version that I'm on, has to offer, the first one, if you go into your video and audio, you can see the aspect ratio section. There's an arrow to the right, and if you click enter and go into this section, you can see not only does the Apple TV have the ability to automatically detect the screen that it's connected to, the aspect ratio it's supposed to be automatically, but you can see they give you the option to manually select that aspect ratio, but they also give you the ability to select other different wide aspect ratios, such as the 21:9 aspect ratio that we had been waiting for a long time. But it doesn't end there, because they also give you the ability to add 2.37:1, 2.39:1, 2.40:1, and DCI 4K, as well as 32:9. So if you have a specific projector or external display that requires any of these aspect ratios, then you can definitely select it. But for me, in most cases, the automatic mode seems to utilize my aspect ratio correctly. Now, something that I couldn't really find, if I press the Apple TV application on my device and then go to the library tab, I looked into the different settings, the Apple TV app, and tried a number of options to see if this new feature that I'm about to mention, that was recently released for one Apple TV application on a certain OS, was here, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And in fact, you can see here Apple has added the ability to customize or to integrate the tab bar and give you the ability to be able to customize it on the Apple TV application on iPadOS, and this allows you to be able to do this in-app on the tab bar, and this will include channels, apps, library, and other sports and library was existing, because if we go into our Apple TV app and go to the sidebar, you can see we have sports, we also have library, but as this article mentions, we don't have the channels and apps, which would allow you to basically add channels such as Disney Plus, Hulu, Max, Peacock, among others. And it doesn't also end there, because it will allow you to divide it into different sections. And if you want to see the code for this, you can always see this right here. But you can see, if you read this article and focus on the sections, you can subdivide your tabs into section 1, section 2, or give them a custom section name, which is something that's good. good, but currently on the version of Apple TV that I'm on, it doesn't seem to be updated yet, or it hasn't yet been implemented, but hopefully Apple ends up adding it eventually. Something that this update fixes has to do with dialogue, and this update enhances the dialogue and fixes a bug where the subtitles would not show up. For example, if I ask Siri, what did they just say? You notice it goes back by a few seconds and turns on subtitles, and at the same time, if I was to like use my device to be able to jump back like this, you notice it goes back by like 10 seconds and it enables these subtitles for about a few seconds for me to get the sense of what I had missed or misheard, which is something that's good. And that was experiencing an issue, and at least for me, from the testing I've been doing, it seems to have been resolved in most shows that I've been able to go through. If you are using the Apple Vision Pro to virtually watch or use your Mac screen and you access the Apple TV app, I'll be happy to let you know that now it appears much sharper, and you can use it now in order to watch wide screens or be able to use it with audio playing through the Apple Vision Pro spatially, which is a new feature that was added through the latest visionOS update. One of the other things that I noticed with this update, if I go here and press the back button, you can see this screensaver tab automatically pops up, and it's more smoother, unlike what was there before where sometimes it would sort of jitter and then go into the screensaver. You can see here it looks good and is smooth. If I swipe up and then go back, you can see the transition, at least for me, from what I'm seeing from the previous version, seems to have been improved. But unfortunately, as you can see, we still just have the aerials, the memories and slideshow, as well as the portraits. We are still missing the Apple TV original screensavers that were promised, and we are missing the most anticipated feature of tvOS 18, which is the Snoopy screensaver, and it's one of the highly requested features on tvOS 18. And I don't think at this point in time the robot vacuum support has been added. I don't have one to test and be able to verify, but from the research I've been able to find, no article has mentioned this. And if you are an audio enthusiast and you're wondering about audio output or audio formats, there's no HDMI audio pass-through for high bitrate Dolby Atmos, which is kind of unfortunate. I've sent it to Apple and requested in the feedback app on my iPhone through the tvOS 18, but at this point in time, this isn't something I think Apple is focusing on, which is kind of unfortunate, because on macOS on the Apple TV app we have HDMI audio pass-through, and there were a number of users on the previous version of tvOS 18.1 that mentioned they couldn't play audio properly. So for me, after I updated to tvOS 18.2, I wasn't experiencing those issues previously, but even on this version that's still in beta, I haven't been experiencing any of those issues. So basically, that's how this tvOS 18.2 beta 2 comes in for me on my device. Let me know if you're going to be updating it. Still seems underwhelming, as some of the features and changes introduced are not fully yet here. With regards to a potential release date for tvOS 18.2, initially we had anticipated December 2nd as the release date, but it seems like Apple is now focusing on December 9th as the potential release date for tvOS 18.2 alongside iOS 18.2 and other updates. So we could get the next beta probably next week on the 18th, beta 3, and then beta 4, and then on December 2nd RC version, and on December 9th we could be getting the official release of tvOS 18.2. So basically that's how this update came in for me. Let me know what you think about it and if you're going to be updating your device. Other than that, that's about it for me. If you like this video, definitely hit like and subscribe so that you stay up to date with the latest tvOS updates.